Hello, welcome to another installment of the Axe Attic. During this video, I will be talking to you about InTune guitar picks. So, I'll first introduce to you how I got into them. So, I first started off needing some picks for my band because our first gig was coming up, so I felt instead of handing out business cards or flyers or whatnot, because those are plain boring, we give out picks, and so I ordered a bunch of them with our logo on it, so people would remember our name more easily, with something that, people like to collect. And so I won't show the side with our logo on it, because I just want to kind of keep stuff to do with the band, and this separate. But this is the pick, so it's a standard jazz in 114. And I really love these picks, and they probably my favourite I've played. And so I mentioned to the guys over there that I've got a YouTube channel, and I thought they might do with a bit more coverage. And so now I've got a bunch of different ones to try. Hopefully it will show a video sweeping across, maybe. Okay, hopefully that will have worked. And so I'm going to review a whole bunch of these now. Starting with the jazz pick in 2mm gauge. That's quite thick. I'll try to show it off to the camera a bit better. Maybe focus it a bit. Maybe that won't work. Okay, but you should get the idea. 2mm thick black jazz pick. Let's see how that works. So yeah, these exert quite the force actually. I really like these picks because they're very comfortable, and I'm not used to this kind of quite thick gauge. It's a lot thicker than the picks I currently use. I'll just try a bit more of the leady stuff, get a bit of a better impression. Yeah, you could hear the pick scraping, but that's probably to do with my technique, really. I'm not very good at that. Now, the Jumbo Jazz. This should be interesting. Same gauge that I use, except for its bigger size. Yeah, 114, just a standard that I use. So it's almost like a standard sized pick, except for it's sharper and a bit smaller. So let's see how that works out. Again, I do like this. It's the same kind of finish and feel, except for different kind of pick size. It's a nice pick. I might consider using these a bit more. Maybe ordering a bunch of customs. I don't know. But yeah, so it's sort of like a nice combination, best of both worlds. So you can you get more grip on it than you do with a jazz pick, because the jazz picks are smaller and not great for a big hand like mine. Well, the jazz pick. Although I do love jazz picks, but you know, they don't exactly fit the best with big hands. I think this is good, you know, best of both worlds, because it allows a kind of precision thing, you know, with the sharpness of the end, but then and the, you know, and the shape as well as the bigger size. So yeah, good pick. Let's get on to the next one. This isn't the gauge I would usually use, it's a bit thinner. It's 0.88 millimeters. It's just a standard Grip-X pick. Let's see how this is. A lot of metal players use it, but I just prefer thicker picks. But anyway, let's get to it. Yeah, nice pick. I don't use this kind of size. I'm not really used to it anymore. I used to use this size like all the time. With the Dunlops. See where they are. Okay, can't see them here. Oh well. But you get the idea. I used to use Dunlop size. You know, this isn't quite what I'm used to, but actually, you know, it's still a very good pick. And finally, the Neon Grip-X. I decided to use this because, you know, we all have a bit of retro. Well, maybe you don't necessarily if you hate tacky 80s stuff. But I actually wanted to test this to compare it, like in terms of the finish, see if it compromises any of the grip. Yeah, it's a very similar grip actually. Let's see how it goes. This is a 114 millimeter. Hang on, let's. Hopefully that works. Yeah, so that's a 114 millimeter. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, this is good actually. I'm not sure if it's the same material as the usual, but it's nice. I would test the glowing of it, but I'm afraid I won't be able to do that for now, as I don't have any UV lights. But yeah, thank you for checking this out. Actually, no, I think I'll talk about my opinion on InTune before I end the video. So yeah, having started off with this, and yeah, I've been very pleased with it. I've had nothing but positive, you know, feedback from people who have gone and picked one up from me, because they're just great playing picks, and people think, you know, people put Dunlop high on a pedestal in terms of picks, but I do think I personally prefer these to Dunlop, as you know, they offer a similar kind of playability, and the standard jazz picks are quite similar to the Tortex jazz they offer, but they're a lot more durable, I think, and they hold grip a lot longer, as well as keeping the kind of printing on it for a lot longer, because I've used them on like weeks on end for rehearsals and whatnot, and they haven't failed me at all. So I would definitely recommend these. Go and buy some for your next batch of picks. They're very reasonable price. So go check out InTune. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you also to the great people at InTune for sending me these picks. Goodbye.